I'll never forget. I have to think, like, as I think back, I think the first rap song Little Dell ever fell in love with, and truly the beginning of my career as a rapologist, had to have been Cypress Hill, Insane in the Membrane. So a very nostalgic group for myself tonight as we had our opening track for our session here on real estate and blockchain. And for me, real estate is a forever thing. I fell in love with real estate. It was my first ever big financial win. Truly like the foundation, the bedrock of my empire. It was like the first one where I had a big win and had a big bag, and it started big things for me. And it was a moment of opportunity more than anything. And I think that that's what the real estate market is all about. For me, the real estate market is about season opportunity. And I was gifted with an opportunity back in 2008 when truly the American real estate market was at an abysmal low, never seen before. And house prices were extremely low, property prices were extremely low, but interest rates were through the roof. No one was willing to do business with you. And it was very much an atmosphere where cash was king. People who had stacks to gobble up opportunities that were out there and could do it with cash were getting once in a lifetime property prices. And I will never forget, I was getting ready to come out of college. It was 2008. My dad at the time was kind of finishing his career as being like my dad was a mortgage loan officer guy. He was kind of like the manager of um, of a private firm that did A1 credit uh, uh, loans. So basically, what I'm saying there is like A1 is an industry term, which means that you have fantastic credit, 750 plus, right? Your credit score, your debt to income ratio, your income, all of it are top notch, and you're like the perfect person that anyone would ever want to do business with, and they're going to work to get you the best rate. And those were the type of clients my dad's company went after. And this was my dad's business. He always did this, and he provided for us, and he put food on the table, put clothes on my back, and put me through college, doing this, and always watching the real estate market. And so I took it really serious when my dad came to me in 2008 and he said, "Oh, well, you're going to be done with college soon. What are you going to do?" I had no freaking clue. Okay, I didn't know what the hell was going on at this point in my life. And my dad, he said to me, "I'll tell you, I don't know what you're going to do or what your plans is." He says, "But I'll tell you one thing: you have 1 year to buy a house. If you don't buy a house within the next year, you're an idiot." And that was it. And like he left the room, and my classic dad. But it stuck with me. And so I got with my lady, and we set a plan, and we said, hey, in 9 months, we're going to start looking to buy a house, and we're going to get the down payment that's needed, which at that time you needed over 20. I think they wanted usually they want 20%, but at this time things were tough and they wanted 30% down on your house cash for them to even be willing to consider you for a loan. And then you also had to have everything else, right? Income, good credit score, debt to income ratio, the whole thing. So I remember we kind of like set our plan and we went off to work. And man, I busted my butt that year. I was doing medical monitoring. I'll never forget. And my lady was working too, and we were both grinding away. And at the end of 9 months, we had everything we needed. We had executed our plan, and the market was still down. We had just missed, unfortunately, the U.S. government was offering this incredible first time home buyers tax. And it had just ended the month before. I remember that really stuck in my craw. I was like, oh man, I just missed it. But oh well, I'm going to seize the opportunity and I'm going to get a house real cheap. And man, I found this beautiful condo. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It didn't need a thing. It was um, 10 minutes away from my wife's dental school. I was working to put her through dental school at the time, and it was just perfect. It was a condo that would previously had gone for over a quarter million, and they were asking 90,000 for it. That's how bad things were at the time. And I didn't mess around. I offered them their asking price. We got it. We moved in. Life moved fast. We didn't live there long. And we made an incredible profit off that property. Like just hundreds of thousands of dollars, pure profit. The type of profit that really real estate and few other markets can provide. And boom, that was it for me. Let me tell you, I was hooked on real estate for life. And since then, I've always focused on real estate. Excuse me. I've always focused on real estate since then. And I've always focused on doing it more macro. So started off doing things micro, some houses, some apartments, then started doing things macro, getting with venture capital groups and really doing like essentially what is like, bigger player crowdfunding and building things like strip malls and neighborhoods and condominiums and apartment complexes and things like that. And everything I ever did, every dollar I ever put into land development or real estate was always a winner. And it's not me. It's not that I'm just lucky or magic or good. It was the market. It was the time. Because truly, when I started ramping things up in real estate, it was 2019. And at that point, it was a $90 billion market globally. And then now by 2021, it's an over $94 billion market and expected to be a $128 billion market by 2023 alone. And if you take a look at what's going out there right now in this market of land development, it is quickly becoming 2008 all over again. I mean, look at Evergrande. And that story continues all across the globe as interest rates for these land development projects are soaring through the roof. No one's looking to lend money. Venture capital groups are tightening up, and a lot of these projects are being dumped midway through completion. And eventually, this is going to become a land of opportunity again for someone with cash, for someone with capital who can come and seize these opportunities without having to go through that fiat channel of lending, which in these economic conditions that we're speaking of are closed and inaccessible. And thus, blockchain comes into the convo because blockchain and crowdfunding is what I predict is going to change the game of venture capital funding for land development forever. The aspect of crowdfunding and being able to use smart contract deployment and blockchainology to represent shares in profit margins that are achieved from successful land projects. Holy cow. If that's not what Satoshi Nakamoto had in mind when he dropped his white paper, then I don't know what is. And it gets me excited. And so here's my story with Crazy Rich Coin. Here's how it went down. I have for a long time been in land development business, and one of my buddies for a while has been harping in my ear, not so much about the coin, but about the team, telling me, oh man, these big time players from Singapore have created this incredible coin. They're going to change the game, blah, blah, blah. Check them out, Del. Check them out, Del. In my ear about it all the time. Finally, I got a day off last weekend. And not only was I able to check them out, but I was able to get the pleasure of meeting them and speaking to them as they graciously gave me a call while they're flying on their private jets, because these guys are at that level. Because I don't know if you know this, but within the last few years alone, Singapore has seen an expansion in land development of over 25%. And not just any land development, but truly some of the most state of the art and beautiful real estate projects in the history of the globe are going on in that country. And tonight, we are graciously able to have some of the gentlemen who have had their hands in that expansion in Singapore, and truly that expansion that has been going on in Dubai and in other countries all across the world. This is an international land development team of bigger heights than at possibly any other team in all of crypto when it comes to influence and success in their market. And I would like to introduce real quick the guys from Crazyrichcoin. How you guys doing?
Hi, Del. Yes, we're all good.
Thanks for coming on, guys. I know you guys are incredibly busy. To kind of start things off, if it's okay with you, because I know you guys are completely open and completely transparent. Like you guys, I know you guys want people to know who you are because that's how you do business. So if you can dox yourselves and tell us a little bit about your personal history professionally, and then also tell us about your role for Crazy Rich Coin.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Maybe I will start first. Yep. So my name's Darius. I come from Singapore. Obviously, Del gave the introduction. So for my background, so for crypto, I came in around 2017 to 2018. Back then, I was doing a crypto mining farm. And then because of that, the journey, I gave talks based on crypto mining and trading in the local scene. And I've been featured on the local news channel CNA as well as various presses. Apart from that, currently I'm running my own businesses like a marketing agency and a business advisory firm, as well as running my family businesses of service offices, which we run in different areas. Yep, that's for me. Donovan, do you want to talk yourself as well?
Hi, okay, I'm Donovan. I'm one of the co-founders of CRC. Um, so about 5 years ago in December 2017, I started a hospitality group. So I operate hotels and service apartments in Singapore and Hong Kong. So our hotels are called ST Signature, and our service apartments are called ST Residences. Currently, our operations are under a company listed under the Singapore Stock Exchange. As of this year, we are operating 5 hotels, 2 service apartments, and we're managing about 300 individual apartment units that we are leasing to expats, business travelers, and tourists. So, just a background, maybe the total net asset value of the real estate that our group is operating on is about US $500 million. Our operations generate about US $20 million revenue yearly. So,
Wow, that's big business. So just to clarify to everyone, we're talking to someone who operates a company that is responsible for management of 5 hotels, over 300 plus apartment units, a total capital of over $500 million. And I'm sorry, can you repeat again? What is your yearly revenue?
It's US 20 million revenue.
$20 million revenue a year. Congratulations on your success. Like I know that you know that reporting numbers like that is not something you do alone. It's something that you do by having a top-notch team, a top-notch company that's known, respected, trusted. And those are staggering figures, and those are figures that truly make you a world leader. And congratulations on your success professionally, my friend.
Thanks, though.
So let's shift the conversation now to, so now that we know you guys are absolutely bona fide pros in what you do, talk to us a little bit how you guys are connecting that with your amazing creation, Crazyrichcoin. Because for me, if I could just highlight this real quick, why I was interested and why I'm even like giving my platform to highlight Crazyrichcoin, and it's because it's a coin that's exactly what me and my team were looking for. At the end of 2021, and this was like January 30th, I'm sorry, December 30th, me and my team discussed how utility was passe and we were done and over it. When it comes to true utilization and the soon to be crypto economy and the global world economy, there's only going to be a few coins that truly are utilized to truly win. And we're already starting to see them rise to the top. It's going to be Bitcoin, it's going to be Ether, it's going to be SHIB, it's going to be Doge, maybe some others, right? But how many are going to really win? And so for this reason, marching into 2022, we set a new conceptual framework for the type of coins and projects that we were going to look at. We were all done with utility and we wanted functionality. Let me explain. We're looking for coins that are aimed and targeted at real world fiat markets, huge, big markets, the biggest markets in the world, and coins that target these markets with innovative blockchain solutions that have the potential to completely disrupt those markets. Those are the type of coins and projects I'm looking at for 2022. And if you take a look from, Impact XP to Shuna to ETHFan token, to incredible gaming projects I've been speaking about, like Community Metaverse and Shaman and everything on down. Me and my team, we feel very strongly that that narrative of functionality is being delivered in every coin we're talking about. And that's not by accident. We're working very hard to do that. It's very much our plan and strategy. And then for us, CRC jumped off the page in that regard. You guys, can you explain to us a little bit about the fundamentals of your incredible crypto? Darius, if you don't mind explaining, or Donovan, if you guys can give us some details about the fundamentals of your incredible crypto, please.
Yeah, sure. Hold on, yeah.
Yep, take your time, friend. No rush. These are busy guys. Busy guys. Big time. I really appreciate the time you guys are giving to us on the platform to educate us on your coin, gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay, so maybe I'll just share a bit about maybe some of the current happenings in the real estate and how it affects our project. So actually, developers typically borrow from banks or financial institutions to fund their development projects. And in developed markets like US, Singapore, Hong Kong, interest rates are very low. But from this year on, because of the high inflation risk, as we have recently seen and will continue to see further, tighter monetary policy. So what this means is higher interest rates, and this is actually really good for our Launchpad platform that we're going to build, because it means higher yields. So we only listed CRC just 2 weeks ago, but we've actually started to build our Launchpad, and we aim to get it up in the next few months. Our Launchpad will actually enable developers to have access to funding for their projects from our crypto community. So this in turn enables people like us, millennials and Gen Z, who don't have the financial means to have access to real estate assets. Thankfully, I think through our platform, our community will be able to start collectively to invest in real estate, and also collectively own a piece of a real estate, or say a hotel in the real world.
That is incredible.
Yeah, so that's why I've been telling my team, we've been discussing. So for our CRC, our motto is, why give it to the big institutions when we can give it to the masses? Let everyone earn together, we build a community. Is that right, Dale?
That that's my style. That's my mantra. That's what I'm all about.
Yes, so maybe what I can do now is to explain more on our Launchpad platform. So for our Launchpad platform, it's for real estate developers or operators to raise money through crowdfunding from our CRC listed holders. And what happens is our CRC holders, once they are whitelisted, they will be able to invest in either the Ethereum or BNB pool. And then a percentage fee will be charged to the developers to be used for a buyback and burn. So that will always raise our price floor level whenever there is a
Incredible.
successful project. Yeah. So what are the benefits? So let's say for the pool investor stakers, they will earn a fixed APR percentage from our KYC fundraisers. Apart from that, after a successful project, they'll be whitelisted for a special privileged NFT membership on the project or brand. And for the developer operator side, number one, they will enjoy a lower interest rate than the banks or institutions if they borrow, just like what Donovan said, whereby he can see in these years and moving on forward, the rates are getting higher due to inflation.
The rates are skyrocketing.
Exactly. And also they're able to gain a community and followers. And lastly, to strengthen their branding.
So I'm gonna that is one of the most incredible, innovative blockchain functionality projects I've ever heard. I'm gonna just break it down real quick, slow it down for everyone, just so that in case there's anybody new to crypto, that in hopes that they can understand it, because you guys are hella genius and on another level. Basically, what these guys are creating. So everyone's always thinking about a launch pad that will launch crypto projects and allow for crowdfunding in the crypto projects. No, 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 no. These gentlemen are creating a launch pad for the world's land development projects. They're going to bring all the land developers who are looking to create the world's most incredible real estate ventures and bring them to reality. They're going to bring them to their platform. And why are all these people who are can go anywhere they want? Why are they going to come running to this launch pad? Because through the innovation of blockchain, they're going to innovate the funding of this process by allowing you, the community, to get involved with your purchasing of the coin. You'll be creating a pool. That pool will be utilized for crowdfunding. These land developers will come and they'll be able to take out loans against that pool that will be significantly lower than will be offered to them through any traditional fiat banking institutions, providing them a no-brainer means of funding their land development projects. And you, as an investor, through this amazing launch pad, are going to get to pick and choose which incredible, innovative land development project you want to be a part of? Is it a hospital in somewhere? Is it a resort on an island? Is it an incredible tall office building in New York? The choice will be yours through the innovation of this launch pad, and you'll be able to connect to this launch pad and put your contribution towards your future and invest in this through the blockchain, through Crazyrichcoin. Incredible. Well done, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dale.
And so this is a ERC20 coin?
Yes, correct. It's a ERC20 coin.
That's incredible. And wow, are you guys available? Do you guys think it's possible maybe to take a few questions from the crowd?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Always open.
That's great. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open things up to anyone who might have a question. Feel free to request to become a speaker. We'll bring you up if you have any questions about real estate, about blockchain, about Crazyrichcoin, or anything.
Sorry, Dale. Can you put William, our deaf, as the speaker as well, if you don't mind?
Oh, there's another team member I don't have up here. Okay. Oh, I think I see him right here. William 64.
Yes, correct.
Okay, well, before we get to the questions, let's bring up William. Let's see here. I think I just made him a speaker. There he goes. William, my apologies for not bringing you up, sir. If you don't mind, can you dox yourself for all the would-be investors? Talk to us a little bit about your professional history and your role at CRC.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Dale. So basically, I'm the CTO of CRC. I'm in charge of the technical development side of things. So in terms of blockchain, the token, the smart contracts, and the development of the Launchpad to make it a trustless system. And in a way that you can call it sort of like a DAO, right? So because it's self-governed and by the community, and so the technical part of this is all supported by me, and basically my background is I've been running operating a ICO company since 2017, and I've been involved with multiple project with different companies, including security token offering in Thailand with a few Thailand developer, and also there was one resort in Switzerland that we also helped to do STO for, and we also I was also involved in a South Korea carbon credit project. These are the few notable projects that I've done before. Other than that, and I met as the founders and me are very close friends, and I shared their vision, so we came together and we decided to form this CRC token, and I'm here to support in totally on the blockchain development part for CRC.
Wow, so impressive. And so me as an investor, when I met these guys and they make this impression with me on the success they achieved, the resumes that they have, the status that they have as global players, it sent chills down my spine. It was not unlike anything else I'd seen in the space. And that is why I invited them and I offered my platform to them to educate you guys on their offering, because it's, to me, in my opinion, a holy cow type of blockchain offering. Thank you, CTO to the stars. I can't believe we almost forgot you and didn't have you up. My apologies, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. And we're going to take some questions real quick. And so our first question here, I do believe it was MetaFest 22.
Hi, Dale. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Guys, it's very nice to meet you. Your presentation was absolutely mind blowing. I love everything I heard. The only word that kept running through my mind as I'm listening to you all was evolution. And this seems to be the evolution of the space in general. But my question to you all is, and maybe it's because I have a limited understanding regarding international real estate ownership, but does the project itself verify ownership on the blockchain, or is one just purchasing part of the revenue share?
All right. Thanks for your question. So in terms of for the for what we have, right? If let's say it comes to a launchpad, it's more of the crowdfunding mechanics that we have for the developer, but it does not involve the ownership of the properties to, through the launchpad, but it's more of in a form of lending, fundraising, on lending to the developer through this launchpad. So the mechanics is a little bit different. There's a difference between funding in a form of loan, and also in terms of purchase. But if let's say we speak about the NFT, the real estate NFT that CRC is going to be issuing, then they will be different, because those NFTs itself, it has certain ties to certain project or certain apartment. Then and the apartment is dedicated certain revenue or back to the NFT holder. Then in that case, for the NFT, yes, the ownership is definitely verified by the blockchain itself. So there are two different things, different products that CRC is going to roll out to the community. So I hope I answer your question. Thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, it did.
Verifying
It did.
ownership through the blockchain. That is innovation. Wow.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I certainly appreciate it.
Hey,
And,
Manifest
and thank you, Dale.
22, don't run off on me quite yet. Hold on a second. If I remember correctly, sir, you are the one that is throwing this innovative web virtual metaverse slash NFT slash crypto conference that everyone's
Yeah,
talking about. Is that correct?
yes, sir. That is correct.
Can you like take a second and just like highlight to us like what's going on with this thing?
Absolutely. Well, on March 12th, we are holding a virtual trade show for crypto, NFT, and metaverse projects. Would actually be a great place for CRC to get their message out to the world and to show the world what they have to offer. So that's my soft pitch to you guys. But again, it'll be on March 12th, starting at 12 a.m. to encapsulate prime time in every country around the globe. We are going to have virtual auditoriums, virtual booths for projects with Zoom integrated into the booth software, so devs can actually have face-to-faces with potential holders. We're going to give away 10 Oculus Quest 2s, much more. Dale, we can't wait for you to come speak. Shannon Bray will be speaking there as well. Much more. Everyone feel free to shoot me a DM. My DMs are open. So I'll answer any questions anyone has.
That's awesome. And like, I imagine that you guys probably have things like press kits and other informational pieces for projects and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Press kits are available upon request. Just like I said, shoot me a DM or add
Yeah,
me.
I'm gonna shoot you a DM with an email and shoot that to me, and I will get that on over to the CRC folks here, and some any other projects who may be interested.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And link trees available in the bio too, guys.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for the great question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, definitely we'll be there. Thank you. We'll see you there.
Awesome. Whoa. And they have committed to MetaFest 22
Yeah.
live on Dell Spaces. Incredible. Okay, cool. Um, let's see here. Next, we had, I think it was Dr. Crypto. What's going on, Doc?
Hey, Dell, surviving in the medical world through chaos of COVID right now. Thanks for
Oh
bringing me
man,
up here.
I'm glad to hear you're surviving, and I hope you're not only surviving, but I hope you and your staff are staying safe and healthy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's pretty crazy with long wait times and patients having rough times. But I appreciate all your hard work too. Hey, shout out to CRC here. Definitely looked into the project after Dell had recommended it. I've got a pretty long history in real estate. My father was an owner broker of a Century 21 agent. My grandfather also had his own real estate company. And I started working probably about the age of 13, especially through websites, development, a few other types of things. Passed real estate boards myself here in the States. And so I'm very intrigued anytime this comes up, just especially from the real world use case of ownership, but making it easier. Now, I may have missed a little bit of this in the first part of the AMA here. But my question is, I'm invested in one or two other real estate projects that are tokenized. That one in particular is a DAO, and so it has its own governance token. I guess I'm curious, kind of through you mentioned the NFT ownership part of it, but how much that is decentralized, or is that something that your team is managing and then distributing potential profits for buying and selling and those types of things. I guess I'm just curious for um, the current revenue stream and potential future revenue stream and how that could grow over time. But thank you.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Crypto, really for the great question. So basically, right, for the NFT that we have, every time we CRC issue an NFT, we will be working with a certain developer or people. So, for instances, in the near days, we will be definitely working directly with hospitality group and hotel. So, when we issue out certain NFT sale collection, let's say SD collection of NFT under CRC, basically how we tie up this NFT to this hotel project is that we have to do a certain pledging in terms of, let's say, when user they hold this NFT, they get to stake this NFT for a certain APY, so that they can generate a certain income. But all this APY, where does it come from? It has to come from somewhere. So it's not just going to be allow project that it has to have a revenue stream. So and those revenue stream actually comes from the pledge revenue of the specific apartment that we have in terms of backing all these NFTs upon issuance to the users. So this is just the concept of this real estate NFT is just to tie tie the rental income into the NFT as through the blockchain, and as well as we also want to add on additional functionality to this NFT to make it just above its own core investment value. We also want to bring it into 3D form to be able to establish for people to visualize, exhibit, and also on the in the virtual world. So that's the whole concept of it. So we
That's
just we
so that's so revolutionary. So and I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but to clarify, so it's almost as if though you are through blockchain utilization and innovation, create taking an NFT and making it more than an NFT. You're making it a stock certificate, giving it representation in profit sharing, and then allowing in this new innovation of blockchain of someone to do something that they were never able to do with their stock certificate before, which is put it into a staking mechanism that'll earn incredible APY passive income for all of perpetuity. Am I understanding that correct?
absolutely
Incredible. That is the most I think that might be the most innovative freaking thing of the year.
Right.
And just to clarify, you said that part of the stream was from the tax on the NFT. Is that the actual buying and selling of the actual token, or is it the tax on the renter? So I guess that's what I'm a little bit confused about. Is so you build a apartment complex or group of apartment complexes. An NFT represents partial ownership of that apartment complex, or an actual maybe apartment itself, and then there's a fee for that person's rent being paid that then goes to the staking. Is that how that works, or is it a tax on the buy and sell of the token on the blockchain?
Right. Okay. So it's not really a ownership or fractional ownership. We are not really doing STO over here through NFT, but we are doing an alternative way of tying the value of the property into this NFT. You can visualize it as a form of funding, like a loan, right? So when the issuer, for example, I have this hotel, and this hotel is going to issue 1,000 pieces of NFT, and that's representing this hotel. And upon issuance, this hotel has to be able to pledge a certain income to each NFT holders of this piece, and uh, and have to pay out this type of return back to these NFT holders. So so uh, so all these once all this agreement and is done out and the issuance is done, and this NFT will be launched to a community for trading, for purchase, for minting, and also for owning. And after they own it, they just have to stake it to receive all this income that was being promised to these specific pieces of NFT given to the holder to generate the APY that they have. So that's a whole that's the whole mechanics and how it works.
Incredible. Do you get it, Dr. Crypto? This ain't no Airbnb gimmick where
Sure.
you're getting paid off the renters, right? This ain't no tokenomics feed. What it is
Sure.
they're making you the bank. They're
Yeah, right.
making you the
Right.
bank. And
Right.
not only are you the bank, but you're a bank that's going to be able to offer these land developers a rate that no other bank can compete with.
Yeah, no, that cleared the last question, and the answer to that cleared it up. I understand that completely. It's so important to understand those details so that you know exactly kind of what you're getting yourself into. Now, for those of us here in the states, of course, we have heard some word of some of the real estate developments over in southeastern Asia having trouble, I guess, building and building, and then obviously going into bankruptcy. Yeah, any kind of other thoughts on that? Because it's kind of a sensitive subject, I know, with just the recent, I guess, what Everrise or
I do, Dr. Crypto. And so what's happening in those situations is a prime example of why this is going to be successful. Because in those situations, the lenders had entered into an agreement under a certain economic condition, and they were pouring money into a project. But then the economic conditions changed. The rate at which they were getting the money and lending it out changed. The profit margins changed. The shareholders no longer were interested in the new conditions, and the deals went out from under the projects midway through completion. And this is why you see Evergrande and the entire macroeconomic calamity that is occurring all around the world. Now imagine that through crowdfunding and more through being able to have more honorable and integrity filled business practices, which these gentlemen have obviously shown and demonstrated, because how else could they have ever gained the resumes and the experience and the global status that they have? And so it for me, it's also bullish.
yeah. No, I appreciate you guys for answering my questions. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you, Dr. Crypto. That was a 5-star question, man. there's basically, yeah, how's it work? And I was pretty blown away with the answer that you get to be the bank. That's awesome. Thank you, Dr. Crypto. Marcos.
Yo, what is up, Dale? How you doing tonight?
Everything is everything, my man. Everything is everything.
Beautiful. That uh, music intro was fire, brother. It was fire.
Yeah, bro. That's right. You like that real estate.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. My question or two questions actually. Are they ever, or you guys ever, going to offer any sort of OTC purchases by chance? Like, you know what I'm talking about, Dale? Over the counter purchases.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, that's a question for them. Yeah, but I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
So, yeah, are you guys going to be offering any sort of over the counter purchases for larger purchases by chance?
Sorry,
right.
over the counter purchases for properties or for Bitcoin or
The coin. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, the coin.
William, on your development side?
Right. I mean, for now, in terms of the purchasing of the coins, is still through the DEX, directly on Uniswap. But we are already talking to different listing partner, on the centralized exchange. But if let's say we talk about over the counter, yeah. So we are trying to streamline the ease of purchase into entering the CRC, any CRC product and CRC token itself. So it's all in the work. Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay. Beautiful.
Marcos,
Yeah.
Marcos,
Yep.
it sounds to me like your answer is they ain't pulling any backhanded business,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
you're gonna have to do it straight up
Yeah,
because
that's a
they
good thing
are
though. That's a
a
good
fair
thing.
project. Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah,
longevity for sure.
yep,
And
for
then my
sure.
other question is there going to be any sort of for the actual funding of loans, the actual companies that will be giving loans to? Will this be more lending to large cap companies, or will this be more to startup land developments? Will it be to Evergrands? Who will the target audience essentially be towards as far as the lending is concerned?
For start, I think it will be we have it will be directly to the more maybe more small to medium sized scale of land development itself, or new projects, uh to do a to do a showcase to the to other all other developer that this is a model. This is going to change the way that they crowdfund and raise fund. And definitely we already have uh, according to Donovan, we also have a lot of interest from other developer who are already looking at what we are doing. So probably after the first case of the land development that we have, property development, uh, there will be plenty of small, medium, or big scale proposal that will be coming on board for the community to be looking at.
Sweet. And are you guys going to, I guess, essentially launch the project starting in Singapore, or will it be in the United States, or what different region of the world, or anywhere?
For this, maybe Donovan or Darius.
Yeah, I'll answer this, no problem. So most of it will be based out of Singapore because, as you know, Singapore rules on cryptos, and with all this, right, you need to have a license. So what we call a capital marketing license, a CMS. So most of it that we'll be doing now is mainly overseas, like in US, in Southeast Asia, and all the other places, because that's where the bigger money are at. Yeah.
Beautiful. Hell yeah. Dale, sounds like we need to be moving to Singapore, brother.
Hell, why do you why the hell else would I bring someone else on my platform, man? You know I bring the
There,
heavy hitters. You know
dude,
I
you are
bring the
fire,
heavy
brother.
stuff.
You are
Everybody's
fire.
always, yeah, man. Everybody always trying to say the haters try to say I'm a pumper or dumper, well, pump and dump this. I
Yeah,
dare
fuck
you.
those guys,
I
man.
dare you to
Let them
dump
chew on their
this.
Cheetos and watch TV all
Yep.
day
You
long.
press the sell button on this one and you get wrecked.
Oh yeah, no, dude.
Watch.
I was sitting there looking at the mark, like the how many tokens? There's only 100 billion, dude. Like this could be $100 billion company in a fucking flash.
I'm telling you, I'm all over this one. I've never ever let these projects come on my Twitter space, man. And for
Sure.
me, it's an honor that they would come on my Twitter space. It's an honor for me to bring these guys to you and to cue you in.
Well, it is an absolute honor for you to even call on me, brother. I really, really, really do appreciate it.
Thanks, man. No, the
Thank you,
honor's
brother.
all
Have a
mine.
great rest of your night, Dale.
Yep.
Thank you,
Great
Darius.
question.
Thank you,
Great
William.
question.
Thank you.
Joseph.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
Joseph.
Yes. How y'all doing, other team?
Thanks for waiting patiently, my man.
No problem. So I've been waiting for something like this to come up. That's for sure. So I'm buying the crypto, and then you're investing my money into something tangible, like a hotel. I came in late. Is that it? Kind of it right there. That's the
Nope,
first.
not really, Joseph. So what it is that you're buying a coin, okay?
Mm.
That coin, and then also, you're going to be correction. You're buying an NFT, Joseph, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that NFT is going to have stock representation,
Like a
and
Roth.
yeah. Well, I would say more like a stock certificate that gives you profit sharing, and not in like this ain't like a bare Airbnb where you're going to
Yeah.
be getting profit sharing off the rent or off the success of a project. No, you're getting profit sharing off the bank. You get to become part of the bank that
Wow.
lends to these world leading land development projects that are all around the world that are coming to you because your bank, through the utilization of crowdfunding and a blockchain, is able to offer rates that no other fiat bank or lender in the world can touch.
Wow. Is it a DAO or is it not a DAO?
For the Launchpad, yes, it is a DAO for the Launchpad, whereby the community get to choose the proposals,
Mm-hmm.
vote for the proposal to be on the Launchpad to have it crowdfunded to the development. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. I've done a lot of work with Rita. Rita owns Hilton. So I've built my share of hotels, and I think this is an absolute winner. And again, I do
I've
appreciate you
also built my fair share of hotels, Joseph. Me and you, that's why I like you, man. Every time I talk to you, I find out we have more and more in common.
Yeah, you probably should check out my LinkedIn account. And I've checked you out, and I appreciate all the good that you're doing for this community, Dell. You have really helped out so many people. God bless you, brother. That's for sure. I'm going to yield back.
Thank you so much for the kind words. And you are our last question of the evening. A great question. I want to like just say thank you to these heavy hitters from Crazyrichcoin who have blessed us with their genius and educated us on their innovative crypto offering that, in my opinion, does not bring utility, but it brings functionality, and it functions to go AFK, IRL, and target a huge fiat market and disrupt it completely. This is what crypto is going to do to the world. And congratulations to Crazyrichcoin. You guys, thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much, Dale. Thank you, everyone. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
Thanks for
having me.
having
Thank you,
us.
Dale. This is unreal. Thank you, Dale.
Yeah.
All right, guys. No, the pleasure was mine, guys. The pleasure is all mine. And hopefully, not too many people in here tonight. It's a weekday, so maybe if you guys ever have an opportunity, we can do this again and kind of share this amazing a coin with some more individuals.
Yes, definitely. With pleasure, Dale. Definitely. The team
Great.
is more than willing to come on. Yeah.
Awesome. And if I'm correct, you guys, are you guys going to so you guys said you're going to the MetaFest 22. That's awesome. Are you guys going to Crypto Dubai by any chance?
That is still in the works because our CMO Nicole is there already, so most likely we will drop by to see the booths and all, and probably we can meet up there as well, Dale.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm asking, right? So you guys have your chief of marketing there already, and you guys might be going as well. That's awesome. I hope to see you guys there. It'd be a pleasure
Yeah,
to meet you.
definitely. Can't wait to meet you in real life, Dale.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much to Crazy Rich Coin. Thank you so much to everyone with the amazing questions this evening. Thank you to everyone for bearing me blabber. Thank you to Cypress Hill for the amazing real estate intro jams. And live bullish, everyone.